In this tutorial, I will be going step by step teaching you how to apply competition makeup to your athlete. I have listed out products that I recommend for each step. These are not required, but they are recommended for the best outcome. Some product recommendations that are listed have the prices for both the full size and the travel size. Alright, so first we're going to start by priming the face. I just like to take 2 or 3 pumps of this into my hands, rub it all over the face. Then you're going to wet your beauty blender, and then you're going to squeeze out all the water, and then you'll start applying your foundation to the face. You just want to stipple the foundation onto the face and then build the coverage as you go. So as you can see, I'm just lightly tapping all over so that she has this nice, light, full coverage look to cover any redness or any blemishes. Once our base is done, we're going to start contouring. I like to take my contour stick and dab it onto the opposite end of the beauty blender that you used for the foundation. Then I have my athlete make a kissy face or a duck face, and then I follow her cheekbone and I start to lightly tap the cream bronzer onto her cheekbone, if not a little bit above it. Once you do that, you're gonna blend it out up into her hairline. And then once it's blended from the cheekbone to the hairline, you're just gonna frame the face with the cream contour. So this is the actual forehead hairline and then underneath the jawline as well. Once your cream contour is done, you're going to take your concealer, you're going to put it underneath of the eyes. I like to do it on the inner corner and then 2 or 3 dots on the outer corner. I'll also do the high point of the nose as well. Once you have your concealer on, you're going to just lightly blend it out, as you can see here, until you don't have those harsh circles or dots anymore. Then you're going to set all of this with your translucent powder. I like to make sure that I put the translucent powder on any concealer and then right below the cream contour as well. Then you're gonna go in with your powder bronzer. I like to start at the bottom of the face and work my way up. You wanna be blending upwards every time you do this. So you'll start at the jawline, blending upwards towards the ears. Then you'll go to the cheekbones, blending upwards towards the hair. And then lastly, finish with the hairline. Just blend it into her actual hair. You wanna maintain light pressure throughout as well, so that way you're not creating any harsh lines on the face. Then I like to go in with a fluffier eyeshadow brush and just kind of take some bronzer down the sides of the nose. Then you'll take your blush brush, have your athlete give you a big smile, and then I like to place my blush right on top of the contour on the higher parts of the cheekbones, and then slowly work it in towards the apples of the cheek. Sometimes you can put a little extra on the nose as well, just for that sun-kissed look. And then that's your face. All right, for the eyebrows, you're gonna start by just brushing the hairs upwards, making sure that they're all spread out facing the same direction. Then you're gonna go in with your eyebrow gel and just lightly coat the eyebrow hairs. This just adds some color, makes them a little bit darker. This part is optional. You do not have to fill in your eyebrows. I personally just think it looks very nice on stage. It makes them more defined. So as you can see, we're just filling them in here. I like to go in with a dip brow as well after the gel. Again, this just helps fill in your brows. If you have fuller brows, you do not need to do this. But to do this, you're just going to follow the bottom line of your eyebrow with the dip brow. Very lightly, go ahead and draw that line and then use the spoolie to fluff it out. You're just going to repeat this process throughout the natural shape of the brow for the best look. For the eyeshadow look, I'm going to start by using my bronzer and covering the entire lid. You want to make sure that you get a good base so you're covering the actual eyelid almost all the way up until the brow bone. Once you've covered the entire eyelid with your bronzer, you're going to choose a darker brown shade that you will then start applying in the outer corner of the eye. You want to make sure that you are following the athlete's crease and then slowly blending in towards the inner eye with this shade. The key to doing this is making sure that you are tapping the brush and getting excess eyeshadow off of the brush before you blend. You want to be applying little amounts of eyeshadow and then blending it out so that you don't have a harsh eye look. Once you've applied your base eyeshadow, you are going to go in with your eyeshadow primer. I like to use my finger to apply this to the eyelid directly on top of the eyeball. You can go in again with your finger, use your glittery shade, and apply it on the inner corner to the middle of the eyelid. Once you've applied your glitter eyeshadow to the inner middle part of the eyelid, blend all of the crease colors together again with your bronzing shade. This will just make sure there are no harsh lines on the eye. Once you've finished applying the eyeshadow, I like to go in with my powder puff and wipe away any excess fallout from the eyeshadow from underneath of the eye. I then go in with my pencil eyeliner and I add it to the upper waterline of the eye. This step is not necessary, however, it does make the eyeshadow look more dramatic. To apply your liquid eyeliner, have your athlete look downwards. Do not close their eye fully, just look downwards. Then take your liquid eyeliner and follow the lash line as close as you can. To add a wing to this eyeliner look, continue drawing that line, from your lash line past the outer corner. The key to this is just keeping this line thin and adding on very slowly. You do not want to make it too long at first because it's way harder to come back from a very long wing than it is to add more. Once your eyeliner is complete, we're going to add mascara. When adding mascara, I like to tell the athlete to just slowly blink as hard as they can against the wand. Go ahead and do this on the outside of the lashes, on the middle of the lashes, and on the inside. If this is your last step and you are not applying false lashes, I would do about 2 or 3 coats of this to give the fullest look. Moving on to the lips, you're going to take your lip liner pencil. You want this pencil to be a darker shade than the lipstick. You are going to trace the outer edge of your athlete's lip. Once you have traced it, go ahead and fill in almost to the middle portion of their bottom and top lip. Once the lips are lined, go ahead and take your lipstick and start to add it to the lip. The key here is less is more. This is a lip stain, so make sure that you are applying directly to the lip, as it will be difficult to get off if it is applied to the skin. Once you have applied the lipstick, make sure that your athlete blots before moving on, because this is a very wet lip stain. We want it to be dry for the cleanest look. False lashes are not necessary for this eye look. However, if you are going to apply them, here are my best tips to do so. Take your eyelash glue and apply it directly to the lash line of the false lash. Let this dry for at least a minute. The more you let it dry, the easier the application is going to be. Once you have let the glue set, go ahead and place this directly on your lash line. If you are applying this to somebody else, have them look downwards and not fully close their eye. This is going to help with the easiest application. Once your lashes are on, I like to go back in with my bronzer and just follow the waterline underneath of the eye with the bronzer to make sure that the eye is dramatic and smoky. And the final step, you're just going to go in with your jumbo purple eyeliner pencil in the shade Donut, following along the waterline until the color is vibrant as your finishing touch.